ISIS has rampaged through Syria and Iraq, slaughtering prisoners, beheading hostages, destroying religious shrines of those they call heretics and infidels, and have now, with typical brazenness, resurrected slavery. A new edition of ISIS's online English-language magazine, Dabiq, announcing seemingly with pride the revival of slavery before the hour being Judgment Day. One should remember, the article says, that enslaving the families of the kuffar, the infidels, and taking their women as concubines is a firmly established aspect of the Sharia, or Islamic law. And this is not a theoretical proposition. As a report from Human Rights Watch underscores, slavery under the Islamic State has become an institution. The report documents the capture and forced marriage of women from Iraq's Yazidi minority and the forced conversion or murder of the men.
They killed my husband in front of me, as well as my brother-in-law and my father-in-law within minutes. Now my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law are under their grip. The Islamic State were looking for women and they took them for themselves. There were around 40 women with me. Some of them were already married. The fighters were tossing sweets at us, shooting guns in the air and dancing with their weapons.
Another woman recounted her ordeal to Human Rights Watch.
They took all the girls with them, killed the men, and left the women. They beat us to make us submit to them. As much as we could, we didn't let them touch our bodies.
ISIS makes no attempt to deny the claims, but rather confirms them in the magazine. After capture, the Yazidi women and children were then divided according to the Sharia amongst the fighters of the Islamic State who participated in the Sinjar operations, after 1/5 of the slaves were transferred to the Islamic State's authority. For Yazidi men who weren't murdered, the choice was stark: convert or die.
They asked us if there was anyone who didn't want to convert to Islam. Of course, anyone who said no would be killed. No one dared to refuse.
It all seems like a throwback to a distant era, ISIS followers playing out an apocalyptic fantasy of rape, enslavement, and mass murder under a thin shroud of religion. But it's not a fantasy, it's reality. Ben Wiedemann, CNN, Baghdad.